Hi there, I'm Becky Franklin from the Ultimate Home Gym, and welcome to our Fit Pro series.
All right, welcome to another presentation of the Fit series from Ultimate Home Gym. We got myself, Dan, and the lovely, talented Becky Franklin. And with us today, we have Anthony. Now, Anthony has been fitness trainer for 13 years. He's owned his own business back in Malta. Then he came to Canada and he started actually working with us way back in the day at Junction Fitness. And since then, he has developed his own business called Wisp Fitness, and he is working with clients, and I'll let him describe kind of what he does that through the interview. So welcome, Anthony, and thank you for joining us.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good,
Amazing
good.
day outside.
Yeah, it is. Let's get through this so we can get out.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna kick this off with a very poignant question and relative question in relation to, COVID and the pandemic. So Anthony, can you describe like what's happened to your business, how COVID's changed it, and how you've altered, and maybe some surprises that you've had since COVID sort of popped up and sort of affected the fitness industry?
Well, from my perspective, we started exactly when COVID hit. But actually, we weren't expecting to start when COVID hit. We kind of got thrown into it, but it was an entirely new curve. I mean, I was never a fan of training online, funnily enough. I didn't particularly like it. I felt like I couldn't get my voice across to the client and teach the client what I wanted to teach. The surprising thing is, because of lack of equipment, because of the facilities obviously a client has, I've managed to actually progress certain clients. Because we didn't have the weights that certain clients had the strength to lift, it made us go down to the fundamentals of the movement. And just with bands and with lightweight, we managed to reconnect those muscles that people had forgotten about. How
Nice.
how to stabilize the shoulder joint, how to stabilize the hip joint, how to get moving correctly to lift weight. So it's been, from a business perspective, it's been very turbulent. The COVID was just one aspect of what happened over the last year. But I honestly believe it made me stronger in a lot of different ways. From a business perspective, it's really made me think on my feet in regards to what direction I want to go to, how to tackle certain problems. Even though I had a business in the past, I never really had a team. So that was an entirely different look at things. Honestly, overall, it's been a very big learning curve. You know what I mean? I think the fact that I didn't stop, I kept on moving, trying to move forward, trying to progress the business, I think is been refreshing in lots of ways in regards to me.
Beautiful.
In regards to the clients, I think they benefited, to be honest with you. Even though everything else has been really hard, I think training from home for a lot of people has been really, really spot on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you think they benefited because they had to sort of focus more on their own body and less on the equipment, kind of? Is that?
Yes, because again, the thing is everyone has an ego. Me, one of them. Especially, so you got 50 pounds, 60 pounds, you want to push it, right? You want to be bigger and stronger than the other person in the gym. But all of a sudden, when you don't have that weight, you have to find different ways on how to challenge the body.
Right.
From looking at it from body weight, right? It's easy to kind of get monotonous with certain movements, like how many times can you do a squat, right? Without trying to apply certain fundamentals of connecting to the glutes, making things a little bit harder, lunging, low lunging, and this kind of stuff.
Right.
So just by applying bands or light weights with a certain different style of technique, I've had a lot of success. I have to admit.
Good.
That's good. Awesome.
Lucky with that. It's been a learning curve for me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same with us. Yeah.
Yeah. The online world's new for everyone.
Yeah.
I think everyone's had to transition and
forced adaptation, right? Forced
adaptation.
adaptation.
It's not that bad. They just would never have done it before.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, it's difficult. It has its own challenges, especially when someone doesn't get it.
Yeah, it's like you can't move.
It's fun at the same time. I have to admit,
Good.
That's the biggest surprise, I would say.
Have you enjoyed? You've enjoyed it, and you didn't think you would have. Is that what you mean?
I would say I didn't expect to solve certain issues over virtual,
Perfect.
over, you know.
Yeah.
Good.
So it worked out really well. Worked out
Good.
really.
I am. Okay, good, good. So we want to know, what is one common myth that most people, generally speaking, think they have to do to achieve a fitness goal that you want to debunk or falsify, that you believe isn't the
So
way?
I really do believe that this is not just a training session or a training program. This is a lifestyle. So I think most people have the initial start. When I get a fresh client, generally they think they're going to train twice a week or 3 times a week, always 3 times a week, not twice a week. And they're going to all of a sudden be Mr. Universe, you know, what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they're going to lose the weight, or they're going to look a certain way or get stronger. The thing is, there's so many different aspects behind it. We are a wonderful machine. What I mean by that is it's our diet, it's our lifestyle, it's our obviously diet being a part of our lifestyle, but it's everything. It's outside, it's our who we interact with,
Hmm.
it's the way we train, it's how we train, the food we eat after. You know what I mean? Paying attention to your own body. It's not only about following a diet. It's about listening to yourself, right? It's about understanding if this diet works for you, or if this training regime works for you.
Right.
So I would say the biggest myth is people just think everything is cookie cutter. A diet is cookie cutter. A training program is cookie cutter. It's not. You need to have someone or be able to listen to your body, where you can adapt to certain training programs, measures, so on and so forth. Same with the diet, and same with your daily activities, right?
Right.
It's approximately less than 1% of your year spent in a gym. So that 1% can't change your life or change your body. You
It's a
need
great
you
way to
need
put it.
a lifestyle. You need to make that effect outside of a gym. That's
Perfect.
Yeah,
it. That's it.
totally.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah,
Very well said.
that wrapped it up. Perfect.
So with Wisp, Anthony, what's your like? I guess maybe with Wisp we'll let out, but what's the type of clients that you enjoy working with? And what goals do they typically have? Like, do you have a certain demographic of client that you work with?
Yes. So our demographic is more people who want that individual attention. Maybe you can't always afford it, but it's we give a service to a client that we can kind of really pick on. We give that if you need to drop me a message because this is aching or you've had a bad day, we're very hands-on. So we like to tailor make. Not it's difficult to tailor make a class, for example, but we try to really listen to what the person's needs are. So we have people with knee issues, with back issues, with this, with that. So we go back to what I mentioned earlier. We think about how to activate the muscles,
Right.
create a workout through activation rather than just doing a movement.
So you can
So we
modify, like you can like modify an exercise within the class.
exactly.
How
And we
big are
have
your class sizes? How many people are in your classes at sort of one
well,
go?
at the moment we're keeping them around about seven, right?
Good.
Seven,
Good.
7 to 10 being maximum. We have around about 12 classes going a week. The way we structure the program is, even though we have individual classes, it's actually a program in itself. So we have move being the fundamentals of movement, how to connect, how to. I like to explain it like it's the owner's manual to the body, right? The strong is applying, sorry, that owner's manual to lifting weight or lifting some form of weight. It could be a kettlebell, it could be a dumbbell, it could be bands,
Right.
it could be any kind of resistance. Then we have the fit class, which is more of a hit kind of style class.
Conditioning.
But again, with always the mind frame of moving correctly. And last, it's the re-energize. Re-energize, I think, is one of the most important parts. We've actually applied yoga, right? So the goal behind this is flexibility and lengthening. So let's say month one, we've also structured in regards to a program itself. So month one is focused on the anterior chain, so the front part of the body. The yoga will be focused on stretching the front part and tightening the back part, the posterior chain. So
Okay.
everything has its own focus in regards to the class. Then what we do is we have a consultation with the clients, especially if they've had an issue or like an injury, and we tell them what classes they should be attending.
Nice.
That's good.
Okay, good.
So we're trying to give more of a holistic approach to the classes.
That's
That's
perfect.
awesome.
Well done.
Well done. All right, I'm going to jump into mindset.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about everything plays a key part in, your clients' results. It's not just the workouts or the diet. So how do you feel mindset plays a role in your clients' results? And if you can give us any nuggets that you might practice or you might know
So
work for
when
you.
it comes to mindset, I honestly believe that mindset is the cornerstone.
Okay.
Because if you don't have a good mindset going into something, if you're not willing to listen and to learn and have that open idea of training, then I think it's very, very difficult, near to impossible, to actually help someone to achieve that lifestyle that's going to make that change in the body.
Yeah.
So when it comes to mindset, you need to go in with a mindset of, okay, I've spent X amount of years doing this. I need to find a way on how I want to change. Because that's why we're in the gym, including myself. I want to change my body or my mindset in a way. We're all there to look for a better version of ourselves or whatever it may be, right? So mindset, if you go into a gym with a bad mindset, then the results, it's very, very difficult to achieve what you want to achieve. You need to go with an open mindset. I think it's key. Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well said.
Good.
How do you stay on top of things? Like, how do you keep learning? Who do you listen to? What are you inspired by? Like, how does your
So,
knowledge keep growing?
so I like to really think on my feet in regards to learning new things. What I mean by that is I get clients with issues like in the past has been a herniation of a disc, or like I currently have a client who had a hip replacement, right? I like to learn on my feet in regards to one, it's very important we do our CECs. It's very important we keep that continued learning.
Right.
But it's not just about the CECs, right? We don't want just to get our insurance and this kind of stuff. We need to be able to service our clients and know what the potential issues could be. So I like to, if a client comes to me with an X issue, I like to make sure I'm on top of things. So I do the appropriate research. Like I like a college, American College of Sports Medicine as being one of my.
Okay.
Good.
I like
Yeah.
to really refer to them because from what I learned back in the day, that is research, and knowing what potentially could happen or why this is happening is key. And that's how I would like to believe I learn. I like to learn on my feet. I like to do my CCs and get my continued knowledge, but on a daily basis, find out what's happening to my clients by listening to them, by researching, then applying what I've learned.
Good.
That's good.
Well
Good.
done. Okay.
I have a question. Who is your biggest inspiration in life?
Um, I think I have many people. Like I would say first is my dad. I mean, being very active in regards to football, soccer. And then it was like I like listening to people. Like I like podcasts. I like Lewis House, for example. I really like listening to him. I would say I like to take little pieces from a lot of little people, from a lot of people, great people,
Yeah.
and try and apply it. You know what I mean? It's just the way you think, the way you express yourself. I think it can't be one person. It has to be many. You need to learn from a lot of people, a lot of
Yeah.
different
I agree.
characters.
I agree completely.
I like learning. Yeah.
Okay. Now the
Learn
hardest
amazing.
question. The hardest question that we have here. If you can only use one piece of equipment for the rest of your life,
All right.
what would it be?
All right. This is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Knowing me and the way I like to think about
You like
things.
everything.
All right. So it comes down to two things for me. It
Okay.
comes down to Olympic rings
Okay.
or a barbell.
Okay.
Okay.
And why? Why is that?
Right. So barbell, I'm a bit of a, I like my Olympic lifting.
Right.
I like having weight. But the problem is this.
But you can't wait. You can't bring plates.
That's it. That's it.
Well,
I can't bring plates. So I would say Olympic rings.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you can design a traveling barbell with plates, like that would take off. You'd be rich. You'd be loaded if you
wouldn't leave my shoulders.
business idea.
Fucking all day.
Okay,
Yeah.
so rings. So why rings? Explain the rings, because that's not the most common piece of equipment. So explain the rings and why you would choose them.
I have taken a pair of Olympic rings with me from Australia to Malta to Ukraine to Australia to Canada. I've taken them everywhere. I have the ability to do practically whatever I can in regards to body weight with Olympic rings. So you can do chin-ups, you can do rows, you can do versions of shoulder presses, you can do versions of push-ups, right? You can do flies. Obviously, the hardest aspect is your legs, right? But training your legs, but there's always a way around it. and if you're connecting correctly. So if I'm traveling and I've traveled before, I've always found Olympic rings being a very good thing I can have. They're very, very light. They can just pop in my bag. I've been stopped in the airport with the Olympic rings. And by the way, in Ukraine, I've had them in my backpack and they stopped them, looked at them, took them out of my bag, looked at them, I'm like, at least let me go. Thank God. But yeah, so I think Olympic rings. It's you also can do your core with it. Obviously, it's a big part of it. Legs to a degree, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, I feel like you have to be advanced to choose
You could.
that piece of equipment as your favorite, or
You
only one piece.
You could, but you can also look at it as a version of a TRX too. So it could be a Olympic rings or TRX, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
TRX,
Yeah.
TRX being more adaptable, right? So if you want to kind of have more of a holistic look at it, TRX could be more for you in regards to mountain climbers and
Yeah.
those little variations of movement, right?
I know. This is about you though, right? But yeah.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
It's always about.
I know. So another really hard question. What equipment do you most often use with your clients?
All right. At the moment, I would say it's resistance bands, right?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I would say everyone's online, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's online, I want to believe to a degree or another we're going to be in the gym soon, right?
Yep.
I don't really want my clients to spend too much money. A pair of bands is reasonably cheap,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
If I can, I mean, if they're enjoying it and they don't really want to get into a gym anytime soon, I do mention kettlebells and dumbbells.
Right.
Bands are an easy beginner, right?
Yeah.
Moving forward, a kettlebell works, dumbbell works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say keep things smart, keep things from a storage perspective. You can go for the adjustable dumbbells, adjustable kettlebell, and resistance band. I think you can do a well-rounded workout with those three.
I agree completely.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
All right, final.
Okay, so where can people connect with you online? Where's the best method to get
I would say the best. We're trying to. I'm very new at social media. To be honest, it's not my deal. But I would say Instagram.
Okay.
With my personal one, life_athlete86.
Okay.
And Wisp Health.
Okay, we'll post those.
We'll link those.
We'll link those.
Exactly.
Below.
They're the two best ones.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Instagram. All right. Thank you so much,
Thank
Anthony.
you so much, Anthony.
That was
Appreciate
great
it.
talking to you.
I really appreciate your time and thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay. Thank you so much, buddy. Have a great day. Okay.
Thank you,
Bye
guys.
for now.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
This is Dan Jackson. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the Fit Pro series.